Chapter 4 Operation Michelle's Perspective. I was sitting in the dimly lit room of the Mortal Syara team's discussion room. I was wearing a baggy black t-shirt, black basketball shorts, white socks, and black sneakers. My dark brown hair was pretty short. Over the past 3 years, the Syara team had recruited 4 new mortals for our team, all male. Well, sort of. There was a separate mortal team on the opposite side of the city. Agent I was the leader. The most I know about him is that he's Hispanic and he has been mixed in the wrong crowd before Jagwerye offered him a redemption with the team. Agent C is used for hand-to-hand combat. He's also a trained gymnast and the oldest among all the members. Agent J I've never met, but Agent A has. He used to be a bully in high school and was in a lot of fights. Something she also noticed was that he was a fast learner and was dedicated. She's been training him with weapons. Agent D was extremely smart. He and Agent R were often calling each other to share ideas. Agent D was good at math and Agent R was taking engineering classes in school. There was only one problem with the new team. I looked up when I heard the sound of the door opening. Jagwerye calmly and quietly walked in, closed the door, then sat down across from me. "How is the progress with the team?" Jagwerye asked. "It's troubling," I admitted. "I'm glad we have more members for our team, but we have different schedules. I don't understand why we can't operate as one team. As the leader, I did not want to overwhelm you with 4 new members," Jagwerye admitted. "I know. Agent I is a great leader as well. I agree with him being in charge, but why keep their base on the other side of New Katsa?" I asked. "To have eyes in multiple areas," Jagwerye responded. "Moving on. How is your hunt for the invisible huntress going?" I paused for a moment. Agent I and I have been in contact when it's possible, but we're having trouble finding time to call or come to each other's bases. If we only knew each other's identities. We've been over this," Jagwerye sighed. "No. But why not? I know my team's identities. Agent I knows his team's identities. Putting that many identities out there could be potentially dangerous," Jagwerye tried. "So, you don't trust us?" I pointed out. "No. She sighed. "I just want to be cautious about my decision." I stood up. "I'm going to go check on my team. I'm sure Agent I is doing the same with his." I walked quickly out of the room. Chapter 5 Life or Death Pantherye's Perspective. Lypye and I were sitting on the edge of an office building a couple miles away from the city hall. Lypye was wearing a black crop top with spaghetti straps, black capris, white socks, and black sneakers. Her long black hair was braided into a side braid. I was wearing a red t-shirt, black high-waisted jean shorts, white socks, and black sneakers. My really curly red hair was pulled back into a ponytail. It was midday in the middle of summer, meaning it was pretty hot outside. "I'm so bored," Lypye whined. Jagwerye had to check up on the 2 Mortal Syara teams, and Hyena had to help Kekone sort out a rack of prophecies that was knocked over. Plus, you wanted an excuse to get out of the house so Jasmine doesn't go into work, I pointed out. I know, she sighed. "Let's check City Hall." "Why? There was no danger notified over there," I told her. "That's where most of the danger takes place, and it's better than sitting around doing nothing," she told me. I shrugged in agreement and we stood up. Together, the 2 of us jumped rooftop to rooftop until we stopped on the top of Katsimar. To our disappointment, there was nothing going on. Lypye groaned. Why? How about we take the time to get to know one another?" I suggested. "There is something I've been wondering about you," Lypye admitted. "Shoot." "So, everyone knows that the royal bloodline of gods have the most powerful powers. Mine is the only one that's killed an immortal. Jagwerye and I have equally powerful powers. Hyenas can be powerful if used correctly. What makes you the most powerful and deadliest god?" I motioned for her to follow me to the back of Katsimar. We jumped down and ran over to a strip of grass behind the receiving lot. We sat down in the grass facing each other. I don't just watch over everyone's lives. Everyone's fate rests in my hands. If I want to, I could kill someone or raise them from the grave. I waved my hand gently across the grass in front of me, causing a beautiful red rose to fully bloom in front of me. There is beauty in my power. I tensed my hand, bending my fingers a little. The rose turned black and started to wither. It can be dangerous in the wrong hands. I clenched my hand into a fist and the rose disintegrated, even deadly. Why have these powers if you can't use them? I asked. I do, I sighed. Cat humans die every day. I can't control when that happens. I can only discard the parchment of their life once it's faded. There is a rare occasion where someone might be dying, but their light doesn't go out. In that instance, I go to heal them, usually in their sleep or when no one is looking. If someone survives an illness or survives life-threatening injuries, that's why. It's usually the only time I'm able to heal anything other than minor injuries. She was staring at the ground. Have you been villainized for saving someone? Oh, I'm sure. Supermortal or I, if we create life with our powers, can throw off the balance of life. I would have to terminate it before anything unnatural happens. I smirked. It can also be used as a means of persuasion during an investigation if Jagwerye would let me. She chuckled. How do you know if the balance of life has been thrown off? We all would. If a life is created in a unnatural way, usually by my power, natural disasters can occur in unnatural areas, slowly killing Karth. Hurricanes in the desert, volcanoes in the tundra, things like that. Now, if I were to raise someone from their grave after their time is up, they won't come back the same. They will either be aggressively violent or they will want to eat every living thing. Very similar to a zombie. I can't imagine what that's done to your mentality. She mumbled. I've become desensitized to death, I told her. I only feel numb. You wouldn't cry if someone close to you dies? She questioned. The thought of it wouldn't make me cry, I responded. But I don't know how I would react in the moment. She and I stared into each other's eyes. She could tell I was telling her nothing but the truth. I feel nothing, but tend to crack jokes to show something. I also know the right emotion to show in the right situation, especially with Jagwerye. I don't really think of how I would feel if I lost someone close.